Here we go. You okay this week? You don't need a jacket?
I'm a little cold.
Okay.
That's okay.
Yeah.
Why is it a space heater here?
It's all right.
You're not getting that back.
We will persevere. Hello again, everyone, and welcome to a special family togetherness episode of Grappling with the Gilmans. I'm Josh. Anybody? Okay. And we are back.
Okay, it's
a
redacted.
nod. And we are back in the SVW Employee Lounge in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, home of the Super Bowl champion Philadelphia Eagles, to talk about the week, and what a week it's been, fellas.
You may recognize Roman as the guy who is setting off fires in
What a
Broad
week.
Street.
They won the Super Bowl. There's your shirt.
No, but if any...
Joy has spread through the Delaware Valley.
Roman was spreading the joy by lighting fires in Broad Street.
We saw...
he was the guy.
We saw Gunky running around in his Eagles lucha mask.
Oh, hell no.
It looks like a good
For
time.
the record, it was my mom's.
It was the mask?
Yes,
Did
it
Gunky
was my
stole it?
mother's.
That was your mother's green
Yes.
lucha mask.
And as we were running out of the house, she said, Gunky was like, "Can I wear this?" And I was like, "Let him wear it." And she was like, "All right."
Oh, my gosh.
Did he
Wow.
lose it?
No.
Well, shout out to your mother.
Good
Who
for
would've
Gunky.
thought?
Shout out to Roman's mother if she listens.
Wow.
Does she?
That's amazing.
She better.
Good. That pleases me.
So, yeah, it's
Shout
been...
out to Roman's mom.
it's
Yeah,
been-
shout out to
it's been
Roman's
qu-
mother. What's her name?
Her name is Patricia.
Oh,
Shout out Patricia.
It's been quite a week.
All you
And it
Patricias in the
continues
world.
because we're gonna have the parade on Friday.
yeah.
I expect if you're in the vicinity of Broad and Christian,
We're going to be there.
keep an eye out for us.
And keep an eye out for Roman because
I
he's going to be
expect
setting more fires.
That is where.
Come on.
Come on. No. That's a good one. You know what? Feel free to continue to incorporate that into the show.
Yeah,
That's really
That
good.
was good. That was
Well
good.
played.
That was good stuff. I know you're trying not to do it.
Don't choke on your seltzer. We got to. You caused your own spit take. Okay.
Oh,
Here we go. All right.
We're
Other
good.
than our.
We're good.
yes, no, I got something.
Okay.
We're
Matt,
good.
All right. Go ahead.
We're good.
I need to go off script for this. Hold up, wait. I need to go off
no.
the camera, okay?
Oh, no.
Wait, I didn't know there was a script for this
There's
show.
no script.
There's never
no
a script,
script.
but does that matter, okay? So, okay, I got something to say.
Go ahead.
I was given this card. Shout out Josh. Not you.
No.
Other one.
Yes.
And I got something to say. Hold on. I'm gonna show you this autograph. I'm gonna show you a signature. Oh my God! It's just,
Here, just don't trip over the wires.
he looks like an 8 and an L, and that has nothing to do with Seth Rollins. Here.
Well, you didn't. Is that the idea? But you didn't say whose signature was supposed to be.
Oh, it's Seth Rollins.
Yeah.
It looks nothing. It's
That looks like it. Yeah.
what?
Yeah. Seth, and then the R and the L.
I see an S.
Yes, Seth. Oh, yes.
I see an S.
No, it's cursive. So it's a capital S and then a lowercase R,
Why
R in
is Seth
cursive.
Rollins?
No, but it's the
No,
cursive.
I see an S.
No,
After
look, you see
that,
yes,
I don't know.
And then an R goes like
see.
this, so it's a S and an R. Yes.
All right. Yes, I agree. Also, shout out Josh for taking care of the talent.
Thank
Anything,
you.
Chris
You have
doesn't
any-
pay us, so
You have
somebody
anything, you have
gotta.
anything else before we get into it?
What else happened today in news? Oh, right. Vince McMahon was at
The Super Bowl.
He was.
Vince McMahon was at the Super Bowl with Shane McMahon.
Yeah, Vince.
Shane was
You
there?
know, he's not for with good reason. He's not seen in public very often these
Is
days.
that-
He was not there for the game. He
But-
was trying to eye the cheerleaders.
Oh.
Come on.
Come on. But
Come on.
he was there with Shane. Now, was the Undertaker with them, or was he also just happened to be
Oh,
there?
I think Undertaker was
on
there
his
for
own.
the
Yeah,
same
it appeared he
reason.
was with them.
He was with them.
No, I
Oh,
think
unless he was
Undertaker.
there, I
No,
think.
Undertaker was there for the same
TK
reason, but a man.
TK was there, but you know he probably
his-
He's here to
On the
shake
boat
off
that
those
he was in.
vapors. Come
right. He took Shad's
on.
yacht.
Come on.
Da-
you're pushing it now.
Yeah, he took Shad's yacht.
Oh
All
yeah,
right.
he took his papa's yacht.
Yeah, he took Shad's yacht down. Well, look, his father owns an NFL team. I'm sure it was.
Oh, the
you know.
Jaguars.
Yeah,
Oh, they're bad.
they are bad.
Did they even make the playoffs?
They did not.
Mercedes
They had a
Bonet was
terrible
there.
season.
Ugh.
Yeah. Oh, was Mercedes there with TK?
Yes.
Oh, nice.
No, I don't think they were.
Okay.
Somebody got married.
He's not.
And why would he?
In fact, I actually
the only thing he's got going for him is his money. Is
I
even
just
that
read
it's
an
not
interview.
his.
I just read an interview, or part of an interview where he did, and somebody asked him about possibly taking the company public, and he said, "No, it's a family business." You know, he's like, and you know, someday, you know, he hopes to have a family of his own and keep the company in the family.
Oh,
So,
Jesus Christ.
yeah,
That's the most corporate bullshit.
That,
Bull
whoa,
crap I've ever
whoa.
seen. Sorry, so that's my bad. That's my bad. Corporate bull crap I've ever seen. That's
you
my
know?
bad, y'all.
No, well, no, I
You
don't
know his father wrote that. We all know
no,
it.
I don't think they have any intention of taking
We
that company
all-
public.
We all know
I don't
his
know that
father
would be
wrote
the right
that.
move for them. They're not big enough.
Wait, does that mean they will be on the stock market?
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh, they would be going
Yeah,
lower
that's
and lower.
what that means.
Oh.
Yeah, that's talking about like.
Nah.
Yeah, I don't see that happening. Okay, now, before we get into AEW, I've got a topic for the two of you. This past week was a big week in pro wrestling for. Do you know what I'm gonna say?
Max Gilman.
Free agents.
Oh.
Oh my.
So, I'm gonna ask you to put on your
Ding gap.
pro wrestling executive caps. So here we're going to do this because this goes both ways. So if you were Uncle Paul,
Uncle Paul.
the following two talents are now free agents:
Oh.
Miroslav Barnyshev, formerly known as Rusev, and Ricky Starks.
Both.
You bringing either one of them in?
Oh yeah.
Really, both of them?
They need Rusev Day back, to be honest with you. Everybody loved Rusev Day.
People did enjoy Rusev Day.
Well, Roman was just there to see Lana, but
Well, she's not. She's not coming back this time. Don't wear it out, dude. You got to be selective about that. Look, I mean, Rusev Day did get over. How about Starks?
He's a middle-aged fella. He's like
I don't-
38.
He's not.
39.
I don't think he's that old.
27, somewhere in
Yeah,
that ballpark.
he's young. All right, Roman, can you
Somewhere
look
in
up
that-
how old
look
Ricky
up-
Starks is?
Yeah, intern, can you look this up for me, please?
Intern. Would you stop?
I'm not
No.
paying him, so he's my intern.
Okay.
34.
He's
Oh,
34.
I was in the ballpark.
Okay, a 34-year-old Ricky Starks for WWE.
I think his forehead's a little big for them, but I think he could do it. I think he could work there.
Max, thoughts?
But yeah,
If you were
my
Levesque,
main problem with him is I
you're
think
making
he's
the
got
call on
cosmetically,
Rusev
Wait,
or
wait,
Starks.
hold on.
You already have a knockoff
Did they let
Rock
go
with
of
LA
Rusev
Knight.
or
They announced in the last couple of days that
So,
they
like-
have
No,
released both
did
those guys.
Rusev wanted
Wait,
to release?
they already have a knockoff Rock with LA Knight, so why do they need to bring in two?
Yeah, I mean, I'm going to let you two go first.
So-
Once again, Ricky
does,
Stark,
big
forehead.
Yeah,
Yeah, but
that's.
they were. It's
That's my
it's-
final
Wait, so,
statement
wait,
of
did
this.
Did Miro want his release?
Yeah, that. I mean,
So where's he gonna go? That's bullcrap.
Well,
Where is
do
he
we-
gonna go
do-
after?
Well, do you think they'd want him back?
Yes,
Okay.
but no, he's not. He can't come as Miro. He can't come as Rusev. He has to come as Miro.
No, he needs
Well,
to
he was
be
there
Rusev.
as Rusev. Wouldn't they
It's
bring him back as
Rusev
Rusev?
Day. We
I
need
want it.
Rusev
They
Day.
could bring out. They probably still have Rusev Day merch they haven't sold.
But his name is Miroslav Barnyshev.
It is.
Barnyshev.
Yes.
But Rusev Day.
And I think they don't need Ricky Starks because of the big forehead.
Yeah, that's
I
a
think
big
they-
important reason.
They
Nothing
may
is-
be interested.
nothing.
I would think they may be interested in bringing
Being
in
off
like a-
forehead.
Starks. I like Starks a lot. He's good.
His forehead's too big.
I don't know that. I don't know if that's what they're looking for. I wouldn't be surprised if he ends up in TNA if they're able to pay anybody.
That's a good point. Yeah.
Now, let's go the other way.
I feel like
I'm gonna have
him
to
and
go to a
Joe-
list here.
Ma.
I feel like him and Joe
Because-
Hendry could have a good match.
Because on the other side, Paul released a bunch of people, and I'll give you the list now.
Can we go one by one?
All right, we'll do it one by
Roman,
one.
you wanna be
All
part
right,
of this?
if you're TK, are you interested in any of the following?
Yes.
Cedric Alexander.
Yes.
Really?
No. Well, actually, yes. For the purposes
For Hurt
of
Syndicate
for the
purposes
yes, for
only.
the purposes of Hurt Syndicate, yes.
Yeah, that's a good one, guys. I hadn't thought about
For the
that.
purposes of Hurt
Yeah.
Syndicate, yes.
Yeah, I had totally forgotten about that. All right, that makes sense.
Yes, for the purpose. Yes, I will bring him in for the purposes of Hurt Syndicate.
Sonya Deville.
Hell
Nah.
no.
That's a no.
Well, it gives his,
No.
her stalker more
Yeah,
opportunities.
I don't see that one either.
She feels more of like a TNA.
TNA.
She feels more like an NWA
Alright.
talent
Yes, actually, you're totally.
or
I
a
totally agree.
GCW talent.
No.
No.
I could do it in GCW.
Yeah.
All right.
Her and Matt Cardona.
The Authors of Pain. Interesting name there.
Wait, which
I
one
want
of
to
those?
Paul
Authors of
Paul
Pain.
Ellery, not
There's
them.
two?
Those two big guys that were with Paul Ellery.
Actually, yes, they need a big tag team. No. AEW, no, TNA needs a big tag team.
I mean,
Like a big boy tag team. You feel me? A big boy,
Big boy.
tag team.
well,
Big
they would
boy
certainly
with an eye.
add to the roster of meat.
no, not for AEW.
But I don't know
TNA,
if they could
TNA.
just make them stars, though.
Yeah.
TNA. No.
I don't know. I
No, I don't
know.
think they could make them
No,
stars.
they
Alright.
need TNA because I saw that TNA roster. It's just a bunch of skinny people with no meat on that
Alright.
bone. But you have two people there who are giant and muscular.
Why are you cutting a promo
Yeah,
on that?
why are you cutting a promo
and
about the
why are
Authors of
you
Pain?
sitting regular?
I'm gonna sit the way I
How is he
want.
sitting?
He's got one leg. Yeah.
It's a finger.
All right,
Fine.
I'm gonna give you two names at once because it's
Well,
two,
you say it like that, Roman.
two NXT women names: Blair Davenport
No.
and Isla Dawn.
How about Isla Dawn goes away and never comes back?
Yeah,
And,
neither.
Blair Davenport looks like Cruella DeVille if she was worse.
All right, that's
Like
no
you
one.
can have
both.
half black and white hair, and nobody makes that resemblance.
That's a good point.
No, so that's a no one. Both.
Oh, heel.
All right.
And let's see Ricochet and a
Last-
trash can together. You can't tell
last-
which is which.
Last one, and these. I'm not sure where I come out on these two, but it's an interesting thought. Anderson and Gallows.
Yes.
TNA.
Yes.
They'll get picked up by AEW. If
I would.
They're
I
a
think they- I
legendary
would think
tag
that-
team.
I would think there might
Like
be
Jeff
some interest
Jarrett
there.
legend or
They're the only ones I
No,
think that there might. Oh, other than Alexander.
I'm not wrong about that about Jeff Jarrett not being a legend here.
I agree.
Yes. Yeah, exactly.
It appears the IWC does not.
Yeah,
What's
Yeah.
the IWC?
internet wrestling community.
Yes.
Oh.
I think it's just a bunch of Southern people going on their phones like, "Oh, me oh my!"
You think
they
that's all-
insulted Jeff
You
Jarrett.
think, you think
Oh my
those are all
God.
people?
He
Meanwhile,
insulted
the
my
funny thing
Lord
is,
and
if I
Savior.
may, audience,
He
he
insulted
keeps
Jeff
talking
Jarrett.
about Jarrett in the Mid-South, and I keep having to tell him, no, it's Memphis.
And this,
It
These
was
kids-
Mid-South was
No,
Bill
let's edit
Watts.
this all out because you said we can't insult
It's
people.
no, we can't.
Yeah,
So
we
let's
can't
edit this
insult
all
people,
out.
It's
but
not-
Okay, so
internet
let's edit
people.
this.
It's
Well, edit from what I
Memphis.
first said. So these people go on Instagram saying, "Oh me, oh my!" They insulted Jeff Jarrett. I'm gonna go to take
Man,
to Instagram
I could cut
and
a
make
promo-
terrible analogies about
kids-
Vern Gagne.
Yeah, oh
That was- yeah.
no! Oh no!
I have to say,
Terrible
respect.
analogies with Vern
Yeah,
Gagne.
I don't really see it with Vern. You know,
The
Vern
Vern
Gagne was at
Gagne.
a level
You cannot say
significantly
that
above
Jeff
Jeff
I
Jarrett.
can't cut a promo.
is on the same level as Vern Gagne.
I
Yeah,
could cut
he's
such
not.
a good promo against
If-
all
wait,
the
if
internet
you put-
people right now, man. I
Oh,
could
wait.
cut such a good promo.
Wait. Oh wait. Can I?
okay, wait.
I could do it. Trust me.
Here, I'm going to clarify one thing. I don't, and this is not a negative comment. Somebody had a question. I would suggest there was a person out there that was asking about our mispronunciation of John Cena's name.
Oh yeah, buddy.
Go
Casual.
on your YouTube and look up a video, and we love this so much, of Santino Marella mispronouncing names, and it's just one after another after another.
The Mighty Man.
George
The Mighty Man, Bautista, my personal favorite, the Honky Tonky Man. So when we say a John Cena or a Shamus, that is what we are referring to.
Casuals.
That man did one thing really well, and that's mispronounce names.
And talk about his meatballs.
Sit.
So-
Pause.
And he sold that stunner. Really
yeah.
well.
Santino Marella was a gift to this
But-
industry.
Did you just say pause?
Yes.
Pause.
Wait,
There's
wait,
no.
look,
This
you
is
see-
we're
look,
live
look,
to we're
see
live to digital tape.
That's not. I don't.
The Cobra.
Oh, the Cobra.
You know, isn't like.
Oh, I should have known. Yes, there
no,
it
it's
is.
like. Like
That's
that.
how I was like,
I was
Yes, so that's where that comes
like-
from.
okay, now you can.
But
now
yeah,
you can,
you two definitely started something between your comment about Jeff
But I could
Jarrett
That
and
all
you-
might have to stay
and
in
you,
there.
and
No,
you
can't
talking
do
about
this.
white Akira Tozawa.
I could cut such a good promo about these 30-year-olds in the
Don't,
comment
but
section.
we're not doing that.
I can cut
We're not.
such a good
We
promo
are not.
against them, man.
We are not.
I
Wait,
could if I
this
wanted
is all
to.
being edited out,
Listen,
right, Robert?
wait, I have one more thing.
God
I'm
damn it,
going to
Robert.
end this discussion. I'll just say this. We love the responses and the likes on Instagram. It's fantastic. But listen, if you like these two in short clips,
Yeah.
Go to your YouTube or your Spotify. You get like somewhere between 30 and 60 minutes of this every week.
I think we're good in doses though. Like,
Oh, you think
Yeah.
we're better in small?
Yeah.
You just threw our show under the bus.
yeah.
You just buried
You
them.
just buried your own show.
Oh, crap. Take that back. End this out.
Boy.
End this all out.
Boy.
It's all go. Let's start from the beginning.
You are
Play the
on a
music.
roll- you're on a roll today. Okay. Maybe we're better in small doses.
No. I can't be
Oh
contained.
my God! All right,
But the thing with watching the clips is you don't get the
Oh, wait.
context of the conversation, you know?
that's true. All
I
right,
think Roman
hold
gets
on.
the context pretty
Where?
well.
Hold on. Let's get back to the
Okay,
to the format.
continue,
Where
continue.
do you have an
There
opinion on
isn't-
Anderson
there
Gallows?
isn't even-
TNA.
TNA.
Oh,
Weren't they
bring
there
him
before?
in- They bring him in with Kenny.
Yes,
No.
I think.
Do they? Oh, I was actually. I can't remember. Were they in the Bullet Club at the same time that Kenny took over as the cleaner?
Yes.
They might have been. All right, that I could see. Look,
How
I
would you
could see.
say?
I could see there definitely whenever it is that they come back. I could see there being interest in a potential
Reunion.
Anderson and Gallows versus Young Bucks match. So
Where are the Young Bucks either, huh?
they're
They
at home.
ran away while shredding documents.
Oh yeah, they haven't seen him since they ran out of the building. It was CD chasing them after having run documents through the shredder.
Yeah, you know, we don't know those documents said. I'm just saying.
Yeah. All right.
And what were they pertaining to?
We don't know, and never will because they were shredded.
I want to know.
Now,
Unless someone like takes them,
All right,
tapes
let's-
them back together.
let's get to the week in AEW
So we
because
know.
I have good news for everybody.
Oh yeah.
What? Is it that Max Gilman is finally going to get his match against the Rizzler?
No.
Damn it.
But meanwhile, I saw you
Also,
two got
the
to find
Rizzler.
the whole family actually performed the song live.
What is
Somewhere.
What song?
The "We Bring the Boom" song.
Oh.
They were at some event.
That's what we do.
All four of
We
them
bring the boom.
were performing. The two of them, the daughter and the Big Boom AJ's wife, were on
What
a
about Little Big
stage
Justice?
somewhere performing the song live.
Was the Rizzler there?
I did
The
not see
Rizzler
the
needs to do
Rizzler.
his verse.
The Rizzler was on sneaker shopping this week.
Oh, yeah.
Well, wait a
Why
minute.
you
Didn't you tell me
stalking
the
the
wait, I thought
child?
you didn't you tell me the Rizzler was at the Super Bowl?
He was.
Yeah, he was.
Yes.
He was
Rooting
there.
for the Chiefs?
Yes.
Yep.
Sorry, kid.
They paid him off.
He was
Oh,
there
yeah,
with
paid off.
Tyson,
No, they
Tyson
Rizzler-
and Speed were there.
I love Speed in that Rumble. He had the most dominant reign.
Oh, good lord.
He eliminated
after-
Otis and almost Chad
No,
Gable.
no, he did not eliminate us.
Yes, he did.
Okay, you keep.
I don't want to hear it.
Fine.
I do
then
not want to
Fine.
hear it.
The good news is, this week in AEW television was worlds better
What?
than last week.
No, I thought it got worse.
Oh my God. That show last
You
week.
didn't see what I saw.
That show
I
last
saw the
week.
same thing that you saw. We're
That
practically the
whole
same
it
person.
appears
buddy.
as
Did
at
you see
least
the ending of that?
that was just a one-off. Because this week was excellent.
No.
Yes, it was.
Not
Well, let's
with
go
what I-
over
Not
it.
with what I saw.
Let's go over it.
What did
Now
you
let's
see?
look-
First of all, good wrestling was back.
Oh, great.
I'm just gonna say right off the, there weren't really storyline elements to this, but I'm gonna say you had a match on Dynamite, a tag match with Kyle Fletcher and Takeshita against Brody King and Buddy Matthews. That
Very
was
good.
really good.
Very good.
And the best match of the week, I'll get this out of the way right up front. If I'll even go so far as to say, like, if you didn't see this, you should go back and watch it. The main event of Collision with Fletcher against Mark Briscoe was excellent. Really, I wouldn't have expected that to be a bad match, but like they tore it up. This would so right off the bat, the good wrestling was back on the show. Now let's get into some topics. So speaking of a good match, but there was some weirdness about this. On Dynamite, they advertised Will
Wait,
Ospreay.
can I say something real quick?
Yeah.
Actually, wait, no.
Will Ospreay against the mystery member of the Don Callis
I
family,
didn't like that.
I hated this so much.
which turned out to be Mark Davis. He comes out, and the three of us were like, huh? Because the last time we saw him, he was actually taking the side of Ospreay against Kyle Fletcher. But at least Don tried to explain it by saying that somehow through Fletcher, please don't do that during the show. Somehow through Fletcher, he had acquired the rights to Davis's contract as well. So he was sort of forced into being part of the Don Callis family. So at least they tried to explain it. But then, so they had a very good match, as you'd expect. Ospreay beat him.
Kenny came out.
Then Kenny comes out. And I guess he had a memory lapse
Yeah, I mean,
because he was talking about Australia and said that was going to be his return to an AEW ring.
maybe the diverticulitis kicked in.
No, which seemed to completely blow off the fact that he had already had a match against Brian Cage.
Also, hold on.
Not to mention that Kenny talked to the Davis like he was like had a drug addiction.
Well, no, he wanted him to separate himself from Don.
No, he
Hold
was
on,
like,
wait.
I know what Don is scary, but you can get through this. It sounds like an AA meeting.
And he also referred to him and Ospreay as the future of AEW. And look,
They're not.
I already have said on the show that Kenny's one of the greatest performers of all time, but I think he's around 40, so I don't know that he's the future of the company.
Daniel!
He's the present of the company for sure.
Wait, can I?
But
I need to jump into Collision real quick and say it was absolute bullshit that Luther
Well, we're
made
gonna get
his
to that.
return.
We're gonna get to that.
No.
We're gonna get to that. We still don't have a confirmed main event for Revolution.
Do we have the ladder match yet?
No. What ladder match?
The Revolution ladder match.
No, we haven't announced that either.
Oh.
Dynamite opened. Switchblade was outside the arena with Renee. He gets confronted by the Death Riders, but because this week he is a smart baby face, coming out behind them was Copeland and FTR.
It's Cope.
Just
Just Cope.
The brawl starts. They brawl all over the place.
It was
So
Edge.
already this is how they opened the show. Already the show was
It
better
was
than the previous
Edge.
week.
Then it got longer. Then it got shorter. Then it got even more short.
Wait, what are you talking about?
The brawl with the Death Riders and
Oh, yeah, that
Switchblade,
happened.
FTR, and Copeland.
Sorry, I zoned out for a second.
So they get to the ring. The babyfaces run them off. Copeland gets the microphone, challenges Moxley again.
Again?
Moxley says no. Actually, no. Moxley doesn't respond. Switchblade then said, all right, if you're not okay with that, how about in Australia, me and Copeland against you and Claudio, anything goes. They agreed to that. But on
weird.
But on Collision, Moxley still said no title shot. So at some point, they're still not there. They're going to have to get there eventually. But in
Wait.
Australia, we're going to get that tag match as well. That card is shaping up very nicely.
Are we climbing ever soon?
We haven't gotten an update.
Oh,
The Guns are back.
these bronies are here.
The Hurt Syndicate was in the ring. They made an open challenge. They came out and accepted it. To say the least, based on their facial expressions, Bob and Benjamin were not impressed.
I wouldn't either. What have they done? Their biggest feud is against the Acclaimed, which isn't even a thing anymore.
Well, they are former AEW World Tag Team Champions.
Only to
So
get
we're gonna get-
FTR, they were transitional. Like
So we're
gonna
gonna get that
No,
match.
I gotta say something. No.
Go ahead.
Say something.
Go.
It is absolute ludicrousy.
Ludicrousy. Yeah,
that-
tell me about the ludicrousy.
That was the Outrunners did not come out to this challenge.
You're
They need to have a longer title reign than Roman freaking Reigns.
no. Well,
No,
let's,
Bruno.
Bruno Sammartino,
Let's-
7 years. No,
Well, they are
8 years.
They are the youngest men alive.
Yeah.
So they can hold those.
They got
belts
time.
If they have time.
9, no. Wait, how long was Bruno's reign?
He had 2 different title reigns of many years
So, how much were both of them? Like 10 years?
combined.
Hmm?
They might have been.
He's gonna have it for 11 years.
Oh God! All right, next. So there was a whole series of events which were kind of interesting. At one point, Renee is in the back with Angry Hangman,
And we
Always
who
angry.
one ass expresses that he has no remorse for what happened to Christopher Daniels. Then the camera pans over. Max Caster is sitting there with his trademark certificate.
he
He comes over. He proceeds to ask Hangman if he would put Anthony Bowens or Billy Gunn in the hospital. I laughed. Hangman, however, was not amused.
Yeah.
Caster realizes Angry Hangman was angry, says he had to get something from his car, walks away, and Hangman then walks off to follow
No,
him.
you didn't see what he said. He said, Caster said, I gotta get something in my car. And, Hangman said, oh, I'll help you look for it.
Oh, right. Thank you. Then we go to a break and come back, and we go. Then Sam's hero comes out.
Oh God.
He proceeds to start cutting another promo on Jeff Jarrett.
I don't like this.
Jesus Christ.
Then
How you talking about? I don't.
who interrupts him? Max Caster, while trying to get away from Angry Hangman. Then Hangman comes out. He has another stare down with Friedman, so
That's gonna
something's
happen.
eventually going to happen there with those two. They walk off. Friedman starts talking again. Then Dustin Rhodes comes out. He cuts his own promo on Friedman. Friedman then, during his retort, proceeds to cut his on Dustin. But when he said that now Dustin is in the shadow not only of his father, but of his little brother as well, that was too much for Dustin. The brawl breaks out.
But it's right though.
Yeah, he might. The security geese come out and try and break it
I
up.
have to say something about this.
We didn't even get to the best part.
Oh right, where he clocks him.
Right. So the black shirt security geeks come out. They try to keep them separated. They have the pull apart. Eventually, they get Friedman out of the ring. He's in the aisle. He is no longer being held back by security. He then runs back in the ring and immediately kicks Dustin in his privates.
Wow.
I think that was great.
Is he just gonna
Just runs in the ring and boom! He brought the boom.
He was out.
So that was real. That was really
Do you
good.
know what
So
Tony Khan was making when he saw this decision? He was watching Randy Orton and when was Legend Killer a thing for him? Like
13.
so I guess
So like he was watching some old WWE tapes from 2013. He saw Randy Orton's like, I'm gonna make this totally original idea. We're gonna have Maxwell Jacob Friedman just beating up these old fellas.
Well,
Because you've had Double J,
well,
Jeff
yeah,
Jarrett.
right. You're gonna
Then
he's
you
gonna
had
beat
the
Dustin.
Natural.
I think that match is happening this week on
Listen,
Dynamite.
Dustin Rhodes.
They still have not announced that match.
I like Dustin. I liked Goldust.
Did you?
I thought it was a very good character.
Tony
Very
Goldust was a thing.
yes, but I saw see the thing.
He's watched so many hours of YouTube videos. It's like
I've watched
you
the
know.
tapes.
Yeah.
Been there.
I was a tape trader in the 90s.
Oh, good lord!
What the hell is a tape?
I had to explain to him what that meant.
Now I know what it is.
That's
and
a
I
shoot.
wasn't. I was out of the 90s.
What is it?
What tape trading is?
Yeah.
Well, see,
I was a tape trader in the 90s.
back in my day,
Oh, you old.
Back in 1672.
you know, you weren't able to see everything. So if you had somebody that lived in Memphis
Man,
and somebody else that lived in New Orleans, like somebody would send the person that lived in Memphis would send the Memphis tapes to New Orleans, and the person would then send the Mid-South tapes to the person in Memphis.
yeah.
I just think so.
Yeah, I was a tape trader in
I
the
have old
90s.
jokes to make.
You know, they used to have these things called videotapes.
Oh, he.
Yeah, I was a tape trader in
I
the
have
90s.
I have a great old joke.
You want to tell it now?
Yeah.
Is it at my expense?
Yeah,
Okay, I can take it.
buddy.
You see what I do for these children, everybody?
Buddy, you're so old.
How old am I?
Your teacher was a dinosaur.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Now, let's move on because we have to talk about, as you already tried to jump the gun on this,
Oh no. No.
Tony Storm
No.
and Mariah May.
No, I got something.
Man,
to say.
hold on. We're going to get to it. Just let me. Man, did some stuff go on with these two.
Okay, wait until my part
So
comes.
on Dynamite, the announced match was Tony against Queen Aminata.
Queen Aminata.
So first they introduced Mariah to do commentary. Then they announced Aminata.
Oh.
Then to go back to Justin Roberts, who says, and now, playing the role of Mariah May, Tony Storm. They play Mariah's music again, and out comes Tony, essentially in costume as Mariah May. She had a wig, the
Yeah.
gear, the mannerisms,
The licking of the
finger
fingers.
thing, all of it.
What finger thing?
Where she's like, you know, she likes to like bite on her finger.
Like that.
So Tony wrestles the match as Mariah May.
Like the moves were right.
The match was actually surprisingly good to the point where they even got the "This is awesome" chant.
Queen Aminata was Tony Storm at one point.
Aminata was then doing the timeless Tony gestures. This was actually really good. At one point, like Aminata just that part where she had Tony in the ropes and Amina just destroyed her with that running knee. Oh my God. Eventually, Tony did pin her with Mayday. This was.
No, they were also chanting which is which.
Oh no! Then after the match, Tony starts cutting a promo as Mariah. Mariah is very flustered by this, jumps up on the apron. The crowd then starts chanting which is which. Good job by the crowd.
Like it's like
before
that. But
she
with,
storms
no,
off.
it's like that, but with Ricochet in a trash can.
Then
I don't know which is which.
Then we move to Collision.
Oh no.
Mariah has what she called an exhibition match against Shay Carmichael.
Who?
Exactly. Who comes out in the old Tony Storm gear. Mariah proceeds to kill her to death
Yeah, makes sense.
in about a minute. Then she gets like lipstick, starts spreading it all over Shay's face, and gets like one of those, I guess it would, what would you call it, like a robe that Timeless wears, and starts to put it on her.
Yeah.
Then, as you said,
No, that's what I'm saying.
down the aisle comes the returning Luther.
I thought it was absolutely ludicrous. Yeah, Luther returned on Collision
This was a good episode.
and not on Dynamite, where he belongs.
Yeah,
He
I was
belongs on the
surprised.
pay-per-views.
I was surprised. So Luther comes down.
Collision?
He's
That's
carrying.
the best we could do for Luther.
He's
The
carrying.
man has put his heart and soul into this company.
He's carrying a tray that has like a cloth over it. He goes down to the ring, gets up on the apron, takes the cloth off the tray. You see, it is the white bloody shoe.
Oh, damn.
So Mariah goes over, kind of takes a swing at Luther. He gets off the apron. She then goes back over to the what we think is the downed Shay Carmichael, who is this week's Geek of the Week.
Oh, yeah.
But we see while the camera was on Tony and Luther, they
Tony
made
and
a
Luther.
switch. It was now, in fact, Tony Storm.
Oh my.
Oh, no.
Loved this.
No, we also have to talk
The-
about what Harley Cameron
The
did.
brawl starts. They go outside the ring. Tony goes for Storm Zero on the string steps before Mariah gets away. I agree that I thought they could have waited on Luther, but the fact that they were able to do the switch while the camera was away, that I thought was very well
Oh,
done.
no, I'm not upset that Luther returned.
Oh,
I'm
about
upset
the
that he returned
World
Yes.
of Harley
on
Cameron.
Collision.
Speaking of the
And
women's,
not pay-per-views,
speaking
where
of the
they
women's
belong.
division, we had the return of Harley Cameron and her puppet,
Oh, no.
Puppet Mercedes.
Puppet Mercedes. So they did another segment on Dynamite where it was her and the puppet outside Mercedes' locker room. We get the same answer from Mercedes,
No.
which was no. Then on Collision, which was from Houston, and let me say
No,
that.
and then after that, after Mercedes walked away, Harley proceeded to try and give her the middle.
Oh, right.
Mercedes,
Harley tried to make a gesture.
But
And
Renee stopped her.
Then on Collision, which from Houston, by the way, that crowd in Houston was on fire for this show. They had
Harley halftime. in Houston.
Harley's halftime heat or whatever they called it.
Harley's halftime in Houston.
Harley's heat, yeah. Which was essentially, they treated that like a concert. They even had the countdown clock just like they would at the Super Bowl. So she comes out with her guitar and had the puppet with her in a backpack.
No, in a baby Bjorn.
Oh, was it?
Yes, it was a baby Bjorn.
Well, she had the puppet on her. She proceeds to sing some songs. Then Mercedes comes out. Harley basically begs her for a title shot. She says no again. Eventually, Mercedes slaps Harley in the face. Harley then clocked Mercedes in the face with a microphone.
She said the most popular you've ever been is when my hand was inside your ass.
Oh, right, yeah.
Then she slapped her.
Thank you.
Then
That
people
was the
started
slap.
chanting "Feel the Wrath,"
Feel the Wrath.
and then she started going crazy. Then she yelled "Feel the Wrath" and just clocked her.
Clocked her in the face with a microphone.
No, but there was no hiding it. It was just a straight up
Yeah.
clock.
So
That team was clocked.
finally, she accepted the challenge. It is going to be Mercedes and Harley
If
in
Harley
Australia.
loses
She's not
with
losing.
all the build
Oh,
up
no,
and he
Harley is losing.
imagine Harley beats Mercedes for this title. In
Harley is not
but
beating
it's in
Mercedes.
Australia, her hometown.
I know.
And the heat behind.
I will say this. I'll say, well, look.
Wait, imagine this. What would your reaction be if Harley Cameron beat Mercedes Moné?
That would be among the more shocking
Yay!
finishes I can remember in a long time. If Harley Cameron is the one to end Mercedes' title reign.
I'll be happy.
But I have to say that this whole Harley, it's working. The people are behind her.
People weirdly like Harley Cameron.
This whole thing with seeing, and she is obviously she is multi-talented.
She can wrestle, sing, and do a puppetry.
It is working.
She's a triple threat. Singing,
More
poetry.
good. So this was good. More good stuff. I got nothing but praise this week.
Is this the last topic of the day?
You had a New York Minute with the Learning Tree.
Oh, right.
Hell.
Jericho proceeds to explain that he now has a $200,000 bounty on Bandito,
Damn.
which of course the bounty hunter accepted. Now to jump ahead, they did have that match on Collision. He did not collect the bounty. In his first full match back since his injury, Bandito looked great. That guy's
No, after
really,
his second injury.
that guy is really, really good.
No, but it's
Let's
about
hope
how-
he stays
Yeah.
healthy because he's fantastic.
He's very good.
The match was really good.
One of the best luchador hires.
Yeah,
on
he's
AEW.
excellent. Then
Then
Powerhouse Hobbs comes out.
powerhouse.
He proceeds to
Powerhouse.
attack the three of them by himself.
Like
But
Shane Taylor.
he was not alone for long because to aid him, out come the Outrunners.
Yes.
They start brawling
Muscular
with
man.
Jericho and the bounty hunter, which leaves Hobbs and Big Bill for another battle of meat. Black shirt security comes out again to try and break them up. They get killed. At one point, oh my God, this. At one point, they both have black shirt security guys goozled. Basically, they both choke slammed these poor schmoes on the floor. Oh, God. Oh, no fun. Then they start brawling again. They take a tumble over the announce table. A cameraman gets taken out. This was great. Again.
It was.
This was excellent.
It was.
Now, last topic.
Oh no! I just want to. Let's just cut to the ending.
Yeah, we're going to get to it. The main event.
Let's cut to the ending, right?
The main event of No, we got to talk about Swerve.
Yeah, the ending
The
of
main
Swerve.
event of Dynamite
Oh yeah.
between Swerve.
This disgusted me
Ricochet.
to a level where I don't even believe.
At one point, you think after a while you've seen everything.
Yeah.
No. They find new and interesting ways to try and kill themselves.
Yes, they
At one point, both of them are standing on the barricade.
Yeah.
Swerve gets Ricochet up and proceeds to power bomb him
Oh, yeah.
straight down on the barricade.
Like I've seen someone like on the
Oh
ground.
my God.
Who was on the ground and then they power bombed him on the. But I've never seen because that takes like a level of balance that I can.
Oh my God! Yeah, just that he was able to balance himself was
While
amazing.
lifting up Ricochet, who I don't say
Like-
Ricochet's like probably like
Oh
180.
my God!
Maybe 2.
This was totally insane.
Ricochet's probably like 180 pounds, 180 pounds.
They have a really good match,
I could lift that.
but the ending was interesting.
Yeah.
Ricochet is down. Swerve goes up for the swerve stomp.
First up.
Ricochet kind of sits up, and what the announcer said was in an sort of an act, just trying to defend himself from the swerve stomp. He hits Swerve in the privates.
Did his head do it?
No, his fists.
Oh right.
No disqualification
Apparently,
because they were saying it was not intentional. That was the story they told.
it was very intentional.
Ricochet gets up, hits his move on Swerve, and pins him.
The typhoon, the harpoon.
The spirit gun.
Yes,
Hits the spirit gun on Swerve and pins him.
Was
Swerve had come down to the ring in an embassy robe. He steals Swerve's robe and leaves.
Mm-hmm.
This was also really good. Thank you, Tony Khan. You obviously maybe you heard me somehow. That show 2 weeks ago was obviously not good, but all that bad stuff that was on that show, all gone. The wrestling was excellent.
The storytelling was good.
No post-match heel beatdowns.
Well, except for one.
Tons of action.
Except for like one.
And
match.
and they, this show in Australia, is shaping up to be a big show. Now they've got it. I'm going to be, I don't want to talk too much about Reigns, but it's interesting because the show starts late Eastern time, but is 10:30.
Okay.
But they put it on. There's the festivities for the NBA All-Star game on Saturday night with the slam dunk contest, and it comes on right after that's over.
Oh, so they're going to get
So they're going to get a nice lead-in
goodbye
for that show. But that show is shaping up to be
Oh, can we watch the dunk contest?
really good. I mean, you got both of those tag matches
Who's
should
in
be
the
really.
contest?
I actually don't know. Both of
Oh,
those tag
no.
matches should be really good. Tony and Mariah, that should also be really good. And those people in Australia are going to be going nuts for her. Are we going to get Matthews and Okada on that show?
I
Yeah.
think so,
That's
yeah.
going to be outstanding.
I think Matthew should win.
And you're going to get Harley and Mercedes, which again, that crowd's good. I don't know how good a match that's going to be, but that crowd's going to be out and absolutely nuts for Harley.
Yeah.
So this should be a really good show. I'm really looking forward to that.
Indeed.
That's it for this week, guys. Anything else you want to talk about?
No?
Not really.
Okay. Again, if you're local, look for us at Braun Christian. Hopefully we're going to be there. Thank you as always, producer Roman, and we will see everybody next week with another episode of Grappling with the Gilmans.
Come on.
That's a wrap.
Come on.